Hello everyone, welcome into Deacon's NFL Talk. I'm your host Deacon, and welcome back to another Deacon's NFL Talk episode 25 on the channel. And today we have a packed full episode, and when I say that, I literally mean it. We have multiple topics of NFL news. I believe like 8 or 9 topics this week. Loads and loads of signings and cuts, probably a page and a half full of signings and cuts. We have the June recap. Or sorry, not June, July recap. Then we also have some reactions. We might start a new segment called Reactions, but we have 4 to get into. And then after that, we have some training camp news, quick hits, and then a question of the week. And that should sum up episode 25 of Deacon's NFL Talk. I cannot wait for it. This is Deacon's NFL Talk. Alright, we're going to jump right into this. So we're going to start off with the first topic. And this was actually a topic very shortly after episode 24. And the funny part is that last week, the question of the week was, what would a Jordan Love contract look like? And I said $150 million, something like that. But the Packers quarterback, Jordan Love, agreed to a 4-year, $220 million extension. Love will receive a $75 million signing bonus, which is the largest in NFL history. So, I honestly did not expect Jordan Love to receive $220 million. Like I said last week, I expected around $150 million for Jordan Love. Is he overpaid? Yes. I feel like he has to be. I mean, his contract includes $160.3 million guaranteed and $155 million in new fully guarantees. The crazy part is that last year was his first time starting as a quarterback after sitting multiple years behind Aaron Rodgers, who is now in the New York Jets and is 100% going to be in the Hall of Fame someday. And he had the advantage of that. And now he's getting paid $220 million and $160.3 million guaranteed. And it's unfortunate it's called, but I think he's overpaid. I mean, I feel like everyone else watching this could agree. Honestly, not gonna lie, I think Packers fans could agree because he's only been in one season where he started. I mean, he last year Love started 3-6. All right, it was not a good start for him. In his first 9 games, he started 3-6. But the good news is for Packers fans, he eventually turned it around, having a 7-3 record the last 10 games, which is good news for Packers fans. But I'm going to continue to sit here, and we can have an argument about it. Is Jordan Love overpaid? And I feel like he is. All right, as much as I don't want to say that, all right, I'm not rooting for this to happen. I'm not rooting for him to be a bad quarterback. He is overpaid. I'm going to sit here and say it. I'm going to continue to say that. He's overpaid. I'm not saying that he's a bad quarterback. I think $150 million could be around his range, maybe just $100-some million. I feel like $150 million was a good contract extension for him, but the Packers decided to overpay him, in my opinion, for $220. But this is good news for Packers fans, all right? He became the first quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards and over 30 touchdowns as a starter. So that's good news there. But yes, he is overpaid, and I feel like most people could say this about Jordan Love. I feel like most people would agree with this, and yeah, I mean, I just think he's overpaid. I mean, how could you not say that? If he comes out this year, all right, 2024, he comes out and balls out, then he's definitely worth it, all right? But, I mean, here, I'm going to pull up their schedule. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've looked at their schedule. I'm going to look it up here. All right, so skip the preseason. I would not start him in the preseason. If he does, it doesn't matter. All right, week 1. Philadelphia in another country or something. All right, that's a loss. Against Indianapolis, I'd say that's a win. So you're 1-1. You play the Titans, that's a win. 2-1. Vikings win. Divisional opponent, that's a win. Those are always tough. So right now the Packers are sitting at 3-1. Then you have to go play the Rams in LA. I think that's a loss. Even though the defense is a little bit iffy, I think the high-powered. I really like the Rams offense, but I would say the Packers lose that one. So after starting off 0-1, All right, we jumped to 3-2. All right, we're 3-2. We play the Cardinals at home. That's a win. We're 4-2. We play the Texans in Green Bay. That's a loss for sure. So they're 4-3 right now. You play at Jacksonville. That's going to be a close one, but I think Greenville pulls it off. They go 5-3. You play Detroit in Green Bay. That's a loss. 5-4. You play the Bears at home. That's a win. All right, you're 6-4. Then you play the Niners, and then the Dolphins, and then the Lions. That's 3 tough teams, and you're not going to win any of those. All right? You're just not. I mean, you played the 49ers, Dolphins, Lions, all 3 back-to-back. And that's hard to do. All right? So we go from what? We went 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. I'm just kind of retracing my steps. All right, we're 4-2, 4-3, 5-3. All right, let's see where we're at now. So we start off 6-4. We get 3 straight losses. We're now 6-7. All right, then we play the Seahawks in Seattle. I think that's a win. So we're 7-7. We're even now. We're at home against the Saints. That's 8-7. All right, you beat the Saints. You beat the Vikings again in Minnesota. You're 9-7, and then you beat the Bears at home. So really, realistically, the Packers are at a 10-7 record. That's where I would put them. I mean, they're not a bad team, all right? The Packers only got better. I mean, adding Josh Jacobs was huge. I still feel like they have to get a true number 1 wide receiver. Your defense isn't bad, all right? You signed Kenny Clark to an extension last week. You still have Jair Alexander. You still have a pretty solid defense. I feel like you just got to get more weapons around Jordan Love. Josh Jacobs is going to help a lot. It's going to put a lot of pressure off of Jordan Love. I mean, you still have Christian Watson, whatever his first name is, Jaden Reed. You have a young receiving core, and I really like it. Tucker Kraft, really good tight end there. But I feel like you just need just one very good wide receiver, kind of like the Viking situation. You need at least one Justin Jefferson. All right, you don't need a Justin Jefferson, but you just need one very talented wide receiver that you can truly call receiver 1. Because the Packers don't really have a true receiver 1. It's kind of just mixed. They don't really have one wide receiver that's very, very good. But yeah, that's on Jordan Love's extension. We're gonna go to the second topic. All right, the Lions signed offensive tackle Taylor Decker to a 3-year, $60 million extension. All right, the deal includes $31.83 million in guarantees and a $20 million per year average, making him one of the highest paid tackles in the league. All right, good extension for Decker. The Lions have one of the best offensive lines in the league, if not 100% top 5. I think we can all agree on that. Very good. I really like what they have on offense, the weapons they have around Jared Goff, and the Lions are only going to be better. I know in my ranking every 32 teams, I put them at 9 or something. They might not be there. I don't know what I was thinking, but the Lions are going to be very good this year. All right, last year made it to the NFC Championship game. If Dan Campbell would have kicked the field goals, they probably would have went out and won it. It would have been close. But the extension keeps Decker through 2027. So, yeah, very good news for Lions fans. I mean, we're talking about a very, very good tackle. I mean, I think he's been with the Lions. I forget how many years he's been with the Lions. But, yeah, like I said, they have one of the best offensive lines, and if not, top 3, top 2, one of the best offensive lines in the league. It's going to be hard to beat the Lions this year. They're scary, and they've only gotten better. They really did really good stuff in free agency. So, but yeah, we're going to the third topic. All right, literally all but 2, 3, or 4 topics are not signings. All right, the Bears re-signed wide receiver DJ Moore to a 4-year contract extension. This is huge. All right. The extension includes $82.6 million guaranteed and $27.5 million per year. All right, let's talk Chicago Bears. We just talked about their division rival, the Green Bay Packers. The Bears are going, I know, all right, you guys know Jordan Love's going to be a bust. You already knew that was coming the moment I was going to talk about the Bears. But if we're being honest, I know Caleb Williams has Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, and DJ Moore now to throw to, which is huge. That's every quarterback's dream. You even have, what's the tight end's name? Cole Kmet. Yeah. Very good tight end. O-line needs some work. The defense isn't bad. I like Jalen Johnson. All right, I like that corner there. They're not bad, but they're not good. All right, I would say they're a little bit above mid. That's why I would put the Bears. All right, get mad at me all you want. But back to DJ Moore. Moore had made NFL history by becoming the first wide receiver to have the first 10 years of his career guaranteed. But I mean, that's huge. I mean, that's honestly kind of crazy. But Moore spent 5 years with the Carolina Panthers before being traded to the Bears during the 2022 offseason. Moore joins 9 other wide receivers who have signed massive deals at the likes of Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Nico Collins, Michael Pittman Jr., and Jerry Jeudy. I'm sorry, it says 9. It might be, I was counting wrong, whatever. But back to the Bears. I'm going to pull up their schedule. All right, this is a schedule video apparently. But here we go. Week 1, you have the Tennessee Titans win. All right, it's going to be tough, all right? The Titans are going to be pretty good this year. I think they could be in a potential spot to compete for the AFC South. Then you play the Texans in Houston. That's a loss. You're 1-1. You lose to the Colts. 1-2. Hot take right there. I really like the Colts coming into this year. I really have high anticipation for the Colts. Then you play the Rams. That's a loss. You're 1-3. You beat the Panthers. Jaguars, Bears. Man, that's tough. I mean, right now we're sitting at a 2-3 record. I think you beat the Bears. I think you beat the Jaguars. You're 3-3. Beat the Commanders. We're now 4-3. Cardinals. I would say you beat the Cardinals. We're 5-3. All right. Playing the Patriots. All right. We've played 3 pretty not very good teams. We're 6-3, I believe. You play the Packers. That's a loss. 6-4. You beat the Vikings. 7-4. Lose to Detroit and the 49ers. So now we're 7-6. You beat Minnesota. 8-6. Lose to Detroit again. Now we're 8-7. It's kind of hard to keep track here. You lose to Seattle. You're 8-8, and you lose to the Packers. So really, 8-9. 8-10 even record? I kind of lost track there. But a decent season. I mean, not the worst. So you finish 8-9. All right. But I mean, that's my expectation for the Bears. But yeah, glad Moore got this extension done. And we're going to go to the next topic, the 4th topic. The Patriots defensive tackle Devon Godchaux agrees to a 2-year extension worth up to $21 million. I mean, obviously, I will get to in a little bit about this other topic, but the deal also includes $16.5 million guaranteed. Godchaux was entering the final year of his contract. This is good for Patriots fans because in case you guys didn't know, that the Patriots defensive tackle Christian Barmore, who signed a contract extension either last week or a few weeks ago, he actually was treated for blood clots, which prayers up for him. Hope he's okay. Hopefully he can play again because, I mean, that's kind of the scary thing. But yeah, they went and signed another defensive tackle. It was really good. I mean, the 5th-round pick, he's a 5th-round pick in the 2017 draft. He generated 56 tackles in his 4th season with the Patriots. He also joins 9 other teammates who have signed extensions this offseason. That's as Jabril Peppers, Christian Barmore, who I just talked about, Ramondre Stevenson, Kyle Duggar, Hunter Henry, Mike Onenwuwu. I can't pronounce his name. I don't know why. Kendrick Bourne, Jelani Tavai, and Andre Jennings. So, I mean, all of those are really good players. But the Patriots are playing really smart here because when you lose a guy like Barmore is, and especially the kind of situation he's in right now, I feel like you gotta pay somebody else, to, kind of keep him for this year and much more. But I would not be surprised if the Patriots went out and looked for other defensive tackles in free agency because I don't know. They already signed one this week. I know that. So, I mean, maybe they already got that done with. But yeah, really good news for Patriots fans there and good news for Godchaux. He's going to be a really top defensive tackle this year. So, all right, we're going to go through these next few topics. The Buccaneers offensive tackle Tristian Wirfs agrees to a historic 5-year, $140.63 million extension. All right, this deal is very good and well-deserved for Tristian Wirfs. I mean, last year he went like multiple weeks, like double-digit weeks without allowing a sack, and the time he allowed it was against the 49ers, I believe. I don't know what week that was. But Wirfs becomes the highest-paid offensive lineman in NFL history, making $88.24 million guaranteed. That's crazy, dude. I mean, these people are getting paid like millions and millions of dollars. He also receives a $28.1 million average annual value. So I don't know. They're just getting paid so much. I don't know how you can get paid that much. But yeah, very historic. Like, becomes the highest paid offensive lineman in the league currently and in NFL history. So I mean, he definitely deserves it. I mean, he's definitely, in my opinion, one of the top tackles in the NFL. I mean, how can you be wrong on that? I mean, he's very good at what he does, and I love to watch him play. And yeah, here's the other one. Wirfs joins Antoine Winfield Jr., Baker Mayfield, and Mike Evans, who all signed extensions this offseason. And Wirfs was the 13th pick in the 2020 draft, who helped the Buccaneers win Super Bowl LV. Dude, can we all agree how insane the 2020 draft class was? Like, one of, if not the best draft class in NFL history. I'm not kidding. Like, that draft class was crazy. I mean, you have Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert. Who else was there? Antoine Winfield, I believe, was in there too. Tristian Wirfs. Oh, dude, it was so loaded, dude. And Chase Young, he's a little. Jalen Waddle was in there. No. Sorry, that was 2021, I believe. Penei Sewell. I mean, dude, that draft class was crazy. Like, that's the best draft class I've ever experienced before. So, all right, next topic. The Packers reveal a white warning alternate helmet. All right, this helmet's pretty nice. All right, I'm going to pull it up in a little bit. But the team will wear the helmet October 20th in a Week 7 matchup against the Houston Texans. Fun fact, the Packers are 4-1 against the Texans. So I'm going to pull it up right here. I can find it. All right, here it is. Pulling it up right now. All right, here's the helmet. All right, obviously, it's an all white out helmet. I mean, obviously, except the logo. But if we're looking at here, I believe it just said the helmet. They could have done a whole uniform thing, but this looks really nice. I mean, the green stripes down the middle. All right, and then the helmet. You can't really see the side of the helmet, but the white pants, you can't see them, but I'm guessing they're white. But yeah, really nice helmet. I really like what the Packers did here. I feel like more and more teams are turning towards the white helmet. I mean, it's a really cool helmet. I mean, any helmets that are white, like the Bengals helmet. Who else is there? I'm going to search it up here. But yeah, I really like the Packers helmet. More teams should be doing this. I really like it. The Broncos have a white helmet. The Patriots have a white helmet. The Cowboys. I mean, yeah, I really like the whiteout idea. I mean, it'd be cool to see like a blackout. I feel like that'd be really cool too. But yeah, I really like this helmet that the Packers created here. And I don't know why, but there's something about it that I really like about it. But this isn't the first time Green Bay has worn white helmets. They wore them in the 1950s, I guess. So I honestly did not know that until I found that out. But yeah, really nice helmets for the Packers. I cannot wait to see the whiteout October 20th. It's going to be a good one. All right, Houston and Green Bay, watch out. That could be a matchup to watch. Like, that could be game of the week, maybe game of the year. I would not be surprised if it was in the conversation for that. All right, we're going to go to the third to last topic, all right? Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert injures his foot, and the good news is he's expected to be ready for the 2024 season. But Herbert was diagnosed with a plantar fascia, I believe, injury in his right foot and will likely be wearing a boot. Oh boy. I mean, I'll tell you, here's a little sneak peek. Literally though, like, we have lots and lots of injuries since training camp. Like, I'm not kidding. It is a ridiculous amount. Like, I have a whole paper here of injuries. But Herbert will miss a significant amount of training camp. So, I mean, we'll see if he's ready for the 2024 season. It's expected, all right, but it's no guarantee. But in Herbert's first 2 seasons, he threw for 69 touchdown passes, and in 2021, he became the 9th quarterback to throw for more than 5,000 yards in a season. If we're gonna talk about the Chargers, obviously the first person that comes to mind is Justin Herbert. All right, the Packers, or sorry, not the Packers. The Chargers, I would say they could end up a little bit like last year, or maybe just a little bit better, for many reasons. All right, first one. All right, you have absolutely no wide receivers other than Quentin Johnson and Joshua Palmer, if he's even still there anymore. You have hardly anybody for Herbert to throw to because you got rid of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, who's Keenan Allen's with the Bears right now, and Mike Williams is on the Jets. I don't know what it's going to look like for the Chargers this year. I mean, I really don't know. Gus Edwards is a good add-on. Jim Harbaugh should be pretty good. I mean, obviously, it's going to rely on the ground game because that's who Jim Harbaugh is. He's going to rely on the run game, and that's how they're going to win games. Gus Edwards is a great running back to do that. The Chargers are going to be a run-heavy team. If you do not watch college football, which I don't a ton, I'm trying to get to know college football more. But if you watch college football, and if you've watched Jim Harbaugh coach, if you've watched Michigan last year, they beat you by running the football, like the good old days. They beat you on the ground game, and it's impossible to stop. Like, if you watched Michigan last year, they hardly threw the ball. It feels like it was Blake Corum, and Blake Corum. Like, it was nonstop. And Jim Harbaugh, I feel like, can make the Chargers good without any wide receivers. I mean, if you didn't have a single receiver or tight end, he'd still win you ball games. Like, it's gonna be crazy. But hopefully Herbert will be ready for the start of the season. We'll see how it goes up for the Chargers. And yeah. All right, Titans wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins out for 4 to 6 weeks with a strained knee. This is not good news for Titans fans, but thankfully they have Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd to lean on a little more. But according to Paul Kowalski, Hopkins suffered the injury on Wednesday or Thursday, so he maybe suffered it and then re-injured it. Obviously last year, really the only receivers the Titans had was DeAndre Hopkins and what's his name, Treylon Burks. That was just really only the two receivers he had. Now this year, even though Hopkins is out, you can still throw to Burks. You have Tyler Boyd now. You even have Calvin Ridley from the Jaguars. They have a pretty good receiving trio in Tennessee. I would not be surprised to see them win a lot of games. I mean, they have Tony Pollard right from the Cowboys. They have a really, really good squad, and I really like them coming in this year. Maybe like third in the division, third or second in the division. We'll see how it goes for the Titans. But last year, Hopkins was Levis' number one target, recording 75 catches, 1,057 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So yeah, Levis is going to have a little more to throw to this year. So, all right, judge overturns the $4.7 billion Sunday ticket case. All right, this I thought they fined. I don't know what happened. This popped up yesterday or Thursday. I don't know what day it was. This started in June, which is crazy. All right, the judge, Gutierrez, said on Wednesday that he didn't feel like the jury ruled against the NFL because it believed the league tried to inflate the price of Sunday ticket. So, I honestly do not know a lot about this situation here. I'm not really this kind of person that does this kind of stuff. But apparently, I guess they try to inflate the price, and I guess if, like, the judge, like, I guess if the NFL was found guilty, then people who bought Sunday ticket would have been owned like millions of dollars or something like that. That kind of maybe one Sunday ticket for a little bit. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of info on this. So, but anyway, we are getting there. All right, this is gonna be a long episode, right? We have multiple signings. Bear with me here and cuts. So we're gonna try and get through them as fast as possible. Chiefs signed defensive end Owen Carney. Lions signed linebacker Malik Jefferson, offensive lineman Jake Burton, and defensive lineman Pat O'Connor. Rams signed corner Jerry Jacobs. Dolphins signed linebacker Curtis Bolton and wide receiver Willie Snead IV. Saints signed offensive tackle Chandler Brewer, guard Tremaine Ankrum, offensive tackle Jesse Davis, wide receiver Marquez Callaway, and wide receiver Samson Nakua. Jets signed quarterback Adrian Martinez, who was the UFL MVP through that season and MVP or UFL champion. Corner Kendall Sheffield, tight end Anthony Ferkser, wide receiver Isaiah Winstead, wide receiver Brandon Smith, and corner Trey Swilling. 49ers signed wide receiver Frank Darby. Bears signed running back Dimitri Felton, Cowboys signed wide receiver Deontay Burnett, wide receiver Kelvin Harmon, defensive back Keeman Hall. Deontay Burnett was a UFL receiver too. Patriots signed defensive tackle Josiah Brunson, defensive tackle Mike Purcell. Giants signed corner Breon Borders and offensive lineman Greg Van Rotten. Browns signed guard Zach Johnson, linebacker Caleb Johnson. I'm already getting tired of my voice already. Vikings signed defensive back Bobby McCain and corner Fabian Moreau. Falcons signed wide receiver James Washington, who is a former Steelers wide receiver, really good receiver there. Wide receiver Jesse Matthews, quarterback Nathan Rourke, and tight end Jordan Thomas. Raiders signed wide receiver Terrell Bynum. Bills signed wide receiver Tavian Robinson and safety Terrell Burgess, Burgess, you know. Packers signed corner Don Callis, linebacker L.J. Davis, and long snapper Peter Bowden. Steelers signed tight end Matt Sokol and corner Kyler McMichael, wide receiver Tariq Black, and linebacker Marcus Golden. Hey, let me see here. I'm pretty sure there's a team that has like so many signings that we had to do. Okay, yeah, I'm not there yet. Jaguars signed strong safety Tanner Muse, defensive end Rasheem Green, defensive end Raymond Johnson III. Eagles signed offensive lineman Nick Gates. Ravens signed linebacker Quincy Roche. Colts signed defensive end Levi Bell. Seahawks signed defensive tackle Rodney Matthews and running back Kair Robinson. Commanders signed wide receiver Byron Pringle and kicker Riley Patterson. Broncos signed offensive lineman Oliver Jervis and tight end Hunter Campoyer. Panthers signed wide receiver Tavian Robinson, running back Dylan Johnson, tight end Curtis Hodges, and Buccaneers signed linebacker Jay Person. That's all the signings, all right? Believe me when I say a lot, because it's a lot, all right? That took like 3 minutes. All right, cuts. We don't have as much cuts as we do signings. Chiefs cut linebacker LaQuay Washington. Patriots cut corner Caleb Ford Dement. Dolphins cut quarterback Gavin Hardison and defensive tackle Mario Kendricks. Saints cut offensive guard Nori Newili, offensive tackle Mark Evans, tight end Tommy Hudson, quarterback Nathan Peterman. Jets cut quarterback Ben Bryant, corner Nehemiah Shelton, fullback Nick Bodden, wide receiver Marcus Riley, and tight end Kevin Fulsk. 49ers cut corner Keeman Hall. Giants cut quarterback Nathan Rourke, which he eventually signed with the Falcons, and corner Aaron Robinson. Vikings cut kicker John Parker Romo and linebacker Abram Buelon. Jaguars cut kicker Riley Patterson, who eventually signed with the Commanders, and defensive end Andre Carter and linebacker Trey Kaiser. Raiders cut linebacker Darian Butler. Falcons cut wide receiver Isaiah Wooden, quarterback John Paddock, and wide receiver Dalen Baldwin. Bills cut linebacker Shane Simon and punter Jack Browning. Steelers cut wide receiver Marquez Callaway, defensive back Josiah Scott, defensive tackle Jonathan Marshall, and linebacker David Perales. Eagles cut corner Mario Goodrick. Panthers cut wide receiver David Davis, who was in the UFL. Colts cut offensive guard Lewis Kidd. Seahawks cut linebacker Easton Gibbs and running back Ricky Person. Commanders cut wide receiver Demir Bird and wide receiver Dax Milne. Browns cut linebacker Charlie Thomas III. Ravens cut defensive tackle Rayshad Nichols. And Broncos cut defensive tackle Brandon Matterson. One more note, I believe. I already got to that. Let me see if there's any more. That way I don't have a lot for next week. That took another 2 minutes. I'm going to scroll through here, see if there's any more signings I didn't mention. Because you never know. Signings. 49ers signed offensive lineman Pat Elfine. And they also cut offensive lineman Bryson Mays. So those are some new ones. That's it. All right. So the 49ers signed and cut some players. All right. We're going to go to June recap. All right. Sorry, why do I keep saying June? I keep saying June. It's July. All right. July recap. It's August. Football's back. Get hyped. All right. Top 10 topics of June. We're going to kick it off here. At number 10, the Patriots signed linebacker Jelani Tavai to a 3-year, $15 million extension. That was awarded number 10. At number 9, the Broncos re-signed guard Quinn Menierez to a 4-year, $80 million deal. At number 8, Bears signed number 1 pick Caleb Williams. Number 7, Packers signed nose tackle Kenny Clark to a 3-year, $64 million extension. Number 6, Vikings rookie corner Kyrie Jackson dies in a car accident. Dude, I don't know why, but that like I feel like that hurt the world. I feel like that affected the world in a way I've never felt before. I've never been so sad of an NFL player passing since Kyrie Jackson. Like I could not. I had no words. It's one of those things where you wish it wasn't even real. Like that's how I felt. Number 5, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow has solution to an 18-game schedule. Former Ravens wide receiver. This is number 4. Vikings re-sign offensive tackle Christian Darrisaw to a 4-year, $113 million deal. Now we're in top 3. Number 3, former Ravens wide receiver Jacoby Jones dies at the age of 40. At number 2, 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk demands trade from 49ers. And the number 1 topic of July, Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa agreed to a 4-year, $212 million extension. That was the best topic of July. All right, top 5 signings now. Saints re-signed wide receiver Rashid Shaheed. Ravens signed safety Eddie Jackson. Texans signed running back Cam Akers. Browns signed kicker Dustin Hopkins. And Rams re-signed safety John Johnson. I went in the wrong order. Number 1 was supposed to be Rashid Shaheed. But yeah, signings was a great month. At cuts, not so much. All right, number 5, Seahawks cut safety Jonathan Sutherland. Lions cut offensive tackle Matt Farnick. Colts cut wide receiver Xavier White. Number 2, Steelers cut safety Jalen Elliott. And at number 1, the Packers cut wide receiver Alex McGough, who was originally a quarterback. Top 5 training camp updates. All right. At number 5, Packers quarterback Jordan Love absent for training camp. That was in July. Patriots linebacker Matthew Judon present at training camp. Top 3 now. 49ers offensive tackle Trent Williams absent for training camp. At number 2, 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk present at training camp. And at number 1, Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb absent from training camp. 3 more. It was a loaded month of June, I'll tell you that. All right, top 4 visits because we only had 4. Number 4, sorry guys. Number 4, we had guard Greg Van Rotten visits the Giants. UFL wide receiver Hakeem Butler visits the Bengals. Those 2 players signed with those teams. At number 2, offensive lineman Connor Williams visits the Seahawks. At number 1, defensive end Yannick Ngakoue visits Dolphins and Panthers. I'm sorry, guys. We're going like well above time right now. I'm going to try and go through them fast. Top 5 tryouts and workouts. All right. At number 5, Packers workout quarterback Jake Fromm. Number 4, Bengals workout UFL wide receiver Hakeem Butler. Number 3, Seahawks tryout quarterback Adrian Martinez, who signed with the Jets. Number 2, Giants tryout wide receiver Byron Pringle. And number 1, Giants tryout wide receiver Jakeem Grant. Last one, top 5 pup list. All right, that we're on the pup list, physically and original form. Number 5, Brian Branch, Lions. Number 4, Odell Beckham Jr. Of Miami. Number 3, Jets wide receiver Mike Williams. And number 2, Jaguars defensive lineman Eric Armstead. And at number 1, Chiefs offensive lineman Joe Thuney. All right, reactions now, all right? We got a lot of reactions to get to, all right? First off, I should have got to this last week, but Joe Burrow's buzz cut. Like, Joe, what are we doing here? I know this is an old topic. I didn't get to it last week, but here it is right here. Slim Shady. I mean, like, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I don't know what he was doing. He bleached his hair blonde. It's not naturally blonde, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's like brown. Like at first, he had a buzz cut with his brown hair, and then I guess he bleached it. I don't like it. I don't know what he was doing here. I get the reasoning. I guess he said because he was bored. All right, I don't know. I would not do that. All right, when I'm bored, I don't cut my hair off and I don't bleach it. Like, I'm just kind of in shock right now. But right before update, Jarvis Landry tried out for the Jets during training camp. Just wanted to get to you guys that. But anyway, back to the Joe Burrow buzz cut thing. I just don't know what he was doing. I'm at loss of words. Okay, all right, that's one. All right, I don't know what he was doing here. All right, we have another Bengals one. All right, Bengals locker room update. All right, I'm pretty sure the NFLPA gave him a D or a D minus of their locker room because 50% of the showers didn't work or something. I'm gonna play it right here. All right, here we are. All right, starting now. All right, here we go. They open the door. You see Cincinnati Bengals logo. Walking in is T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. All right, this is from the Bengals YouTube channel. Look at this. Look how nice this is. If you guys didn't know, the locker room was not as nice as this. Trust me. It was not this nice. Like, it's a lot better. Like Joe Burrow with the mini fridge. Jamar Chase. Yeah, look, you can see the you can hear him talking a little bit, but you can read the captions. But look at that. Like, tell me that's not cool. Like, that is one of the coolest locker rooms I've ever seen, and I've not seen that much. So there's not really much to talk about there. But yeah, really love the locker rooms. They've definitely been improved a lot since I've seen them. If you're not a Bengals fan, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, Steelers had a training camp fight after Justin Fields got hit pretty hard. We're going to go to it here. The quality isn't amazing, but Justin Fields is the quarterback. We'll play it right here. Right here, Fields is running. All right, he's going up. He gets hit pretty hard for a training camp, and then they start fighting, right? Here it is. Like, they're going at it. Like look like punches. Like, literally, they're tackling. I don't know why the ref flew a flag. We're not even at a game. I don't know why we're throwing flags out here. Hang on. Play it back here. You can just see George Pickens. He's ready to beat somebody up. Look at that. He's ready to beat somebody up. Can you just imagine, though, Pickens throwing punches? Like, dude, he's already a menace the way he is. I mean, yeah, whatever. All right, last one. The new kickoff, guys, it just looks absolutely ridiculous. It could be just me. I absolutely hate it. All right, not a whole bunch, but I don't like it. All right, this is the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. Football's back. Like I said, get hyped. All right, before I play it, in case you guys didn't know, like, the two teams line up. So the Bears, they're lining up at the Texans 40. The Texans are lining up at their own 35. The kicker is way back at his own 35, and the landing zone starts at the 20 where the Texans returners wait. All right, here we go. Play right here. Like I said, lined up right there, and the kicker's like 20, 25 yards back, and then the return man, like here it is. Watch him. The kicker, he's way back there. He kicks it. Nobody moves. The returner, as soon as he touches the ball, everyone moves. It just looks so out of order. Is it just me, or does it look so out of order? Like, I didn't see this live. I mean, but still, like, that just looks so out of order. Like, look, see, it just doesn't look normal. Like, I'm someone who, like, really loves things to be normal. Like, I stick to the schedule no matter what. And obviously, it just looks really weird for me. Obviously, return man probably has to be happy. All right, if the returner is probably so excited he's not getting rammed by people running 20 miles an hour down the field, but still, it just looks unnatural, and I don't really like it. So, yeah, that's all the reactions. We're gonna hurry up and get through training camp news. All right, Saints running back Alvin Kamara present at training camp. Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb absent for training camp. 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk present at training camp. 49ers offensive tackle Trent Williams absent for training camp. Eagles outside linebacker Hassan Reddick absent for training camp. All right, quick hits. We gotta get through them fast because we have multiple, and then we have question of the week. Before we go, quick hits. Kind of forgot I had injuries. All right, multiple injuries. Patriots defensive lineman Christian Barmore treated for blood clots. No timetable on return. Cowboys defensive end Sam Williams suffers from a torn ACL, and will miss the entire 2024 season. Colts defensive end Samson Ibukam tears Achilles and will miss entire 2024 season. Steelers rookie wide receiver Robin Wilson carted off field with an ankle sprain, listed as week to week or could be 2 weeks. So yeah, that's not good news, even with the season-ending ones. Rams offensive guard Jonah Jackson out for 6 weeks with a bruised scapula. Browns running back Donta Foreman hospitalized after suffering a head or neck injury. A helicopter could have been involved. Scary news there. Buccaneers edge rusher Yaya Diaby carted off field with an ankle injury. Panthers quarterback Andy Dalton injures quad, out for at least a couple of weeks. Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith to undergo imaging after missing second straight practice. I'm going to see if there's any more NFL news or anything else I need to get to. Let me see. I'm looking through it here. I didn't know this, but Samson Nakua, who signed with the Saints, I didn't know that was Puka Nakua's brother. That's kind of cool. Nakua, obviously, when I first heard that last name, I was like, oh, it has to be a brother. But yeah, I thought that was cool news there. He's actually on the Michigan Panthers. I remember watching him this year. But anyway, quick hits. We're going to fly through them here. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford agrees to a restructured contract. The team will increase his $5 million bonus to $9 million. Stafford will receive $5 million more in 2024. Steelers induct Dick LeBeau, Jason Gilden, Willie Parker, Casey Hampton into Hall of Honor. The Steelers have 53 members in its Hall of Honor, which is basically their way of saying their Ring of Honor. NFL suspends Texans defensive end Nico Autry for 6 games, violating the NFL PED policy. Autry said he did not intentionally or know he had eaten a banned substance. Autry is coming off an 11.5 sack season and has 59 career sacks. Panthers running back Rashad Penny retires after 6 seasons. Penny was selected by the Seahawks with the 27th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. Penny recorded 1,951 yards, 13 touchdowns, and an average per carry. Doesn't say throughout his career. But yeah, I really liked Rashad Penny. I don't know why. But Titans outside linebacker Arden Key suspended for 6 games for violating NFL's PED policy. Key recorded 6 sacks in 2023. So not much on that topic, but another suspension for 6 games. Saints induct former 4-time All-Pro guard Jahari Evans into Ring of Honor. New Orleans will induct him during halftime of their Week 11 game November 17th versus the Browns. Evans, a 4th-round pick in the 2006 draft, was named into the NFL's All-Team Decade in 2010, and Evans becomes the 8th member of the Saints Ring of Honor. Another retirement, another running back, too. Ex-Bears running back Tariq Cohen retires after an attempted comeback. I was rooting for him, man. I don't know. I just rooted for him. But Cohen's career has been cut short multiple times, most recently a torn ACL and MCL in 2020. Cohen missed the entire 2022 season. I remember this, in case you guys don't. He missed the entire 2022 season after tearing his Achilles in a workout. Cohen played for the Bears, Panthers, and Jets through his 8-year career. I was rooting for him to come back. I kind of wish he did. But, some things don't turn out as planned, so. Bears president Kevin Warren aims to build new stadium in 2025. They hope to play in the new stadium in the next 4 years, and earlier this offseason, Warren said he would like to construct a lakefront stadium. All right, that is it. We are officially over 40 minutes. Last week, I guess we had 39 minutes and 59 seconds. So this week marks the first ever episode on Deacon's NFL Talk that will hit 40 episodes, and hopefully it's the last one because we are like 11 minutes over time. Question of the week. All right. Will we see another season with multiple injuries? I hope not. The only reason I bring this up, look at all the people that have been injured in training camp. All right? Look at all the people. 9 people. All right? 10. Actually, 11 people. 11 players got injured this week. This week. Can you imagine what it's going to look like next week? It's absolutely insane. All right, we have the two big names are obviously Justin Herbert and DeAndre Hopkins. Those two highlight the entire thing. Donta Foreman, hope he's okay with a head or neck injury. Geno Smith, he's injured. Christian Barmore. All right, looking through here, Roman Wilson, the Steelers rookie, could be really good. Yaya Diaby and Andy Dalton. What is happening? The injury bug has not only hit the Baltimore Ravens, but the entire NFL. I mean, the only reason I say Baltimore Ravens is because I feel like they've been injury prone forever. But I'm saying the NFL, I don't know what the problem is, but everyone's getting hurt, and you hate to see it. I do not know why this is happening, and I don't root for this to happen. This is one of the worst possible things that could go wrong, and you hate to see this. I don't know how to say this. It's just so unfortunate. Sam Abukum and Sam Williams, season-ending injuries, ACL tears and Achilles tears in training camp. They didn't even play a snap this year, and they out for the season. You just don't like to hear that kind of stuff. That's the worst possible things that could happen when you get injured in training camp or a preseason game. Training camp by far is the worst because you don't play a snap a single year. Now Sam Williams and Sam Abukum, hopefully they don't run through this issue again. I mean, last year for quarterback specifically was absolutely crazy. It was madness. Was it Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert was there. Who was the other one? I know there was 7 or 8. I don't know how many there was. probably 7 or 8. There was at least 8, at least, I believe. We're talking about last year. Hopefully this year is not going to be anywhere near close. I mean, I honestly don't know what else to say, but hopefully this doesn't happen again. All right, before we end the episode this week, I just want to thank everybody that watches this channel and subscribes to this channel. We officially hit 500 subscribers. We are halfway there to 1,000. This was honestly a milestone for me, 500, because we're Mark's halfway there. I cannot believe I've made it this far. I did not expect this to be made this far. But I appreciate every single one of you that subscribed and everyone that tunes into my channel every day at 4 whenever I post shorts. And then for those of you that watch these episodes, like, I didn't start this channel to become like this popular sports shorts creator like all these others. I started this channel to talk about the NFL, all right? It's like that's what my passion is, all right? Like, it's like literally, I cannot believe I made it to 500. I'm at loss of words. I cannot thank you guys enough, but the journey has only started, all right? We're not done yet, all right? Just wanted to give you guys an update on that. And by the way, Texans-Bears. The Texans lost to the Bears out of nowhere. All right, what was the score? 21-17? Yeah, 21-17. Chicago won. I predicted the Texans in that one. But by the way, quick update before we go. I'm going to do this quickly because we have way over episode time. But starting August 31st, we are bringing back the in-season episodes. Let's go. Like, football is back. We're going to have predictions, recaps, possibly a fantasy topics, and possibly a Deacon's NFL Talk Fantasy League, which would be awesome. So if you guys want to do that, like, comment below and if I should do it, because it would be awesome if I could do that with all of you guys. Yeah, predictions, recaps, NFL fantasy. We could do some bloopers, reactions to some top plays or some whatever. The season is back, dude, and I am so pumped for it. Another update: we will not have signings or cuts or any of that during the season. That's only off-season stuff. Just wanted to get to that. And the quiz. I have unfortunate news again. This time it's against me. You guys beat me again. All right, so I still have one win. But which NFL team was the first to go winless in an entire season while losing at least 10 games? Buccaneers, Lions, Steelers, or Giants? Lions was the correct answer. 64%. Buccaneers 7%, Steelers 14%, New York Giants 14%, and Detroit Lions 64%. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, almost a 50-minute episode, like close to an hour episode. I cannot believe if you guys have stayed that long, that's crazy. I really appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like and the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified to every single upload this channel makes. I'll see you guys next week for another great episode on Deacon's NFL Talk. Once again, I want to thank you guys for 500 subscribers. I'll see you guys next week for another great episode on Deacon's NFL Talk.